This is why I asked the President to reconvene Parliament in an extraordinary session on Monday, September 8th. I will engage the government's responsibility on that day with a general policy statement in accordance with our Constitution. This general policy speech will pose the central question: whether the danger to the nation is serious, whether there is an emergency or not, in order to choose a path to regain control of our public finances.
Let's bring in Bloomberg's Connan in Paris, standing by for us. Caroline, explain for us then why the French Prime Minister is calling a vote of no confidence in his own government and what the chances currently are of success for him, for the Prime Minister, on September the 8th.
Tom, what Francois Bayrou is trying to do here is to anticipate the social anger in France against his budget and the opposition he was likely going to face in October when this budget was supposed to be debated. So for the entire summer, he repeated that he didn't take any summer vacations, instead trying to explain why he's trying to save 44 billion euros in the next 2026 budget. Why this is important? Why, for example, every second the French debt increases by 5,000 euros. He even made little videos on the social networks, on Facebook, on YouTube, trying to talk directly to the French. But this doesn't really seem to have paid off. His popularity is extremely low, the lowest of any prime minister over the past few years. And really, the vast majority, 85% of the French, are totally opposed to his proposal of scrapping 2 French bank holidays in order to save 5 billion euros. So all this making it a very difficult September for Francois Bayrou. So rather than facing a general national strike in the streets on September 10, he's now calling for this vote of no confidence on September 8. Now, the chances of another government collapse in France are very high because already just minutes after his speech yesterday, the National Rally of Marine Le Pen, the far left of Jean-Luc Mélenchon, have both said they will not support Francois Bayrou. Now, the socialists were kind of the only tiny chance, but last night we heard on the 8 o'clock news from the first secretary of the Socialist Party who said in this current state of the budget, it is unthinkable that the socialists will support also this vote of confidence. However, the socialists have also said they will present an alternative budget over the next few days.
OK, so we'll watch the socialists, but certainly, Caroline, the markets have been waking up to this risk.
Yes, of course, the French uncertainty is going to weigh on the markets over the next few weeks again. We saw last night the CAC 40 reacted pretty badly, down 1.5% after the speech. And also, of course, huge pressure again on French bonds. The spread between the German and the French 10-year has increased to 75 basis points. It was around 90 basis points when his predecessor, Michel Barnier, collapsed last December. But clearly, French bonds haven't really recovered since President Macron called snap elections in July 2024, and the situation is not going to get any better until September 8.